Assalamu alaikum and hi everyone, how are you guys? Today we are going to start lesson number 3, which is subtracting decimals of chapter number 5. And thank you guys very much guys for watching and learning here. You guys are the best audience, so let's begin our today's session. Subtracting decimals. So same rule is going to be applied as we have discussed in our previous lesson, which is adding decimals. So simply subtracting the numbers, normal numbers, is the same rule is going to be applied here, which is subtracting decimals. Okay, so question number 1 is 90 take away 75 or 75.0. So remember, this 75.0 is also named it as 75 because the number of zeros after the decimal point, it does not have any value, right? So whether to write 75.0 or simply 75, you will get the same result. Since we are subtracting decimals, so that's why they just written down this question in the form of a decimal. So let's just write this question in an organized way. So 90 take away 75, or if you are so very much keen to put this decimal point and then put 0, so just write it here as well. Now simply take away 0 is 0. Now since we cannot take away 5 from this 0, 5 is a bigger number, 0 is a smaller number. Remember the rule of subtraction. Now what we have to do, we simply have to take borrow from the neighborhood digits. So we take borrow from this 9, so this number will become 8, and the number we have taken as borrow will be written here. So now this number becomes 10. 10 take away 5 is 5, and 8 take away 7 is 1. So our final answer is 90 take away 75 is 15 or 15.0. Next question, 7 take away 4. So just write 7 here, and now we have to write 4.3, but first we have to figure it out, where is the decimal point with this 7. So by default the decimal point with the 7 is here. So now just write the decimal point here. Now write the number 4.3. If there is no number with this 7 after the decimal point, so it's a 0. Whether to write it or not, it's up to you. So now simply take away 0. We cannot take away 3 from this 0, so it means we have to take borrow from the neighborhood digit. So the number 7 becomes 6, and this number 0 will become 10, which is 10. So 10 take away 3 is 7, 6 take away 4 is 2, and the decimal point we should place here, and this is our final answer. Next question is 515 and 0.3. so where is the decimal point with this number? On the extreme right side. So write decimal just below the decimal. Now write the number, which is 0.3, 0 and 3. Now you have to simply take away these numbers, so fill the gap if you want, but if you already know the concept, there is no need to put these zeros. Okay, so now since we cannot take away this 3 from this 0, you know the procedure. Simply take borrow. This number will become 4, and over here it becomes 10. So 10 take away 3 is 7, 4 take away 0 is 4, decimal point over here, 1 take away 0 is 1, and 5 minus 0 is 5. So after subtracting 0.3 from 515, we are getting our answer 514.7, right? Okay, moving on to the next question, question number 4, which is 7.8. Okay, one more thing. So in case of subtraction, the number we are going to take away, the number that is going to be subtracted, should always be written on the second place, not in the first place, right? And the number from which we are going to subtract or take away something, that is going to be written at the first place. So never make this mistake. So second number is 6.921. So now simply take away, fill the gap with the zeros, so we cannot subtract it. Okay, now here the case is very interesting. So since we cannot take away 1 from this 0, so I have to take borrow from the neighborhood digit, but borrowed digit is also 0. Now what should we do? We are stuck. No, we are not stuck. Now we move on to the next neighborhood digit. So now this is 8. The new number becomes here is 7. This number becomes 10. Now you can take away from this 10, so this number becomes 9, and you can take borrow from here, right? So you have to be super careful in this case. So 10 take away 1 is 9, and 9 minus 2 is 7. Then we have 7 minus 9, so we cannot take away 9 from this 7, so it means I again have to take borrow. So take borrow from this 7, number left here is 6, and the borrowed one here, it becomes 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. Put the decimal point, and 6 minus 6 is 0. So final answer is 0.879, right? Okay, so far so good. Let's move on to the next question, which is 43. And if there is no decimal point is here on the extreme right side. Put the decimal point just below it, and then write 24 in the right positions, 0.01. If there is no numbers are here, put simple 00. Okay, now let's just solve this question. So we cannot take borrow. 1 is a bigger number, and we cannot also take borrow from this 0. It means we still have to move on the next neighborhood. So to take borrow from here, number left here is 2, and this number becomes 10. Now we can take borrow from this 10. So number left here is 9, and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 0 is 9. Put the decimal point, and 2 minus 4. We cannot take away a bigger number from a smaller number. So again take a borrow from here. Number left here is 3. And write 1 with this 2. So this becomes 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So final answer is 18.99. That's nice. So next question is 33.79, take away 9.7. So put the decimal point first. This will help you to write the remaining numbers in their right place values. So 9 here, 7, 6, 5. I forgot to change the color. Okay, it's okay. Now fill the gap with the zeros. So 0 here and 0 here. Now we are good to go. Simply take away these numbers. So take a borrow from here. Number left here is 8. This becomes 10. Minus 5 is 5. 8 minus 6 is 2. 7 minus 7 is 0. Put the decimal point, and then we cannot take away 9 from this 3. So take borrow from here. Write 1, so it becomes 13. So 13 minus 9 is 4, and 2 minus 0 is 2. So this is your answer, 24.025. Okay, next is 506.0006. Oh, that's a big number. And we have to take away 0.5. We have to take a very small number, which is close to half. So put the decimal point, then write the values in their right place, in the right positions. Now fill the gap with the zeros. This will help you to solve the question without making mistakes. Now simply take away 6 minus 0 is 6. So wow. So there are so many zeros, it means we cannot take borrows. We have to take borrows from the multiple neighborhoods. Okay, so start taking borrows from here. So number left here is 5. This numbers becomes 10. Take borrow from here. This number's left 9. This becomes 10. Take borrow from here. The number left is 9, and this number becomes 10. So 10 minus 3 is, so this is a very long journey. So 10 minus 3 is 7. 9, this is a new number, 9, not 10. 9 minus 4 is 9. Oh, what happened? Okay, 9 minus 4 is 5. and 9 minus 5 is 4. Put the decimal point. 5 minus 0 is 5. 0 minus 0 is 0, and 5 minus 0 is 5. So we are done with this question. So the answer is 505.4576. Okay, moving on to the last question of our today's lesson, which is 47.15. Write the next number. First put the decimal point. Now write the numbers. 19.302. Okay, let's just fill the gap with zeros. Simply take away. So we cannot take away 2 from this 0. It means we have to take a borrow. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 4 minus 0 is 4. So we cannot take away 3 from this 1. So take borrow. So number left here is 6. And this, write it here, 1. So this number becomes 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. Again, we cannot take away 9 from this 6. It means we have to take borrow. Number left here is 3. So this number becomes 1 and 6, which is 16 minus 9 is 7. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So the final answer is 27.848. That's nice. So here comes to an end of our today's session. Stay blessed, be happy, keep smiling, and thank you once again guys for watching and learning here. Keep learning and stay safe out there. We'll catch up later.
I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in.